Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the BFA class review series. My name is Mr. Couchy, and I will lay out for you some of the changes affecting Beastmaster Hunter going into battle for Azeroth. Although we are close to the end of beta, some of this is still subject to change, so don't take everything said here as law. Beastmaster Hunter was the king of doing their entire rotation on the move while slinging an army of minions at your target while you ate a sandwich. They are the beginner spec for any new player getting into the game and offer a really easy to identify class fantasy. Bleeds and Poisons from Hunter, Rogue, and Warrior were the only overtime effects not affected by Haste and Legion, which is being changed going forward in Battle for Azeroth. This could possibly add another secondary stat that BM would want to go for, as Haste really didn't provide too much benefit in the spec for Legion. There has also been a huge change to Hunter pets. Pets now have set specializations, which offer different types of utility, and several pet families have changed specs. Hunter pets are receiving an overhaul in BFA to improve their utility and streamline their usability. In BFA, each Hunter pet family has a single specialization. Any beast from that family will have that specialization, and you won't be able to change it. For example, cats will always be Ferocity. Each specialization has unique abilities that all Hunter specs can use. Ferocity pets get Predator's Thirst, where you and your pet gain 3% passive leech, and it receives Primal Rage, which increases haste by 30% for all party and raid members for 40 seconds. Tenacity pets get Endurance Training, where you and your pet gain 10% increased max health, and Survival of the Fittest, which reduces all damage you and your pet take by 20% for 6 seconds. Cunning pets give you Pathfinding, where you and your pet gain 8% increased movement speed, and Master's Call. Your pet removes all root and movement impairing effects from itself and its target, and grants immunity to all such effects for 4 seconds. Besides those exclusive abilities, all pets receive Dash and Growl. Each individual pet family also received changes, adding more abilities to families that lacked them. All families now have one basic attack and one special. Some have bonus abilities, so make sure you go out there and hunt some pets. There were two other major changes that affect all hunters, and that is Disengage has been made baseline for all specs. No more having to choose your movement CD. And Intimidation has also been made baseline, giving you a free 5-second stun whenever you want it. There have been some BM general class ability changes. Cobra Shot, which is a quick shot causing physical damage, reduces the cooldown of kill command by a second. It had its cost changed from 50 focus down to 45. Concussive Shot had its cooldown changed from 5 seconds to 8 seconds. Barb Shot is new, overriding the old Dire Frenzy, where you fire a shot that tears through your enemy, causing them to bleed over 8 seconds. It sends your pet into a frenzy, increasing their attack speed by 30%, stacking up to 3 times. It also generates 20 focus over this time. Kill Command had its range changed from 100 yards to 50 yards. You can no longer target enemies across the map. Multi-Shot, Tar Trap, Wild Call, Aspect of the Wild, Bestial Wrath, and Beast Cleave have all had minor number or wording changes. BM needed an update because you never really needed to change talents once you had your cookie cutter set up. The talents are aiming to change that in BFA. The Big Game Hunter, Blink Strikes, Far Strider, Dire Frenzy, Intimidation, Volley, Way of the Cobra, and Wyvern Sting have all been removed. With so many removed, they really stripped BM down to their underwear, so it's time to take a peek under it. Killer Instinct is new, where Kill Command deals 50% increased damage against enemies below 35% health. Animal Companion is your call pet additionally summons the first pet from your stable. This pet will obey your kill command but cannot use pet family abilities. Natural Mending is every 30 focus you spend reduces the remaining cooldown on Exhilaration by 1 second. I love this talent as it gives BM a little more survivability in raids, on top of never-ending movement. It packs a great combo. Thrill of the Hunt lets Barb Shot increase your critical strike chance by 3%, stacking up to 3 times. Venomous Bite is Cobra Shot reduces the cooldown of Bestial Wrath by a second. And lastly, Born to be Wild reduces the cooldown of Aspect of Cheetah and Turtle by 20%. There are some pretty cool choices here, namely in Venomous Bite and Thrill of the Hunt. I like where this is heading. There are some updated talents as well. Aspect of the Beast has been updated, increasing the damage of your pet's abilities by 30% and the effectiveness of your pet's Predator's Thirst, Endurance Training, and Pathfinding passives by 50%. Binding Shot now only roots enemies in place and no longer stuns. Dire Beast summons a powerful beast to attack, increasing your haste by 10% for 8 seconds. It's had its cost changed to 25 focus and its cooldown changed to 15 seconds. Chimera Shot and Barrage just received some minor number of wording changes. So that was quite a bit. So how does it play? If you currently like the way BM plays on live, well, you have nothing to worry about. It feels like a spec that requires the least amount of effort other than to just hit whatever is off cooldown and to make sure your pets are actually hitting the target you want to die. It plays fairly fast, and if you like the idea of letting your pets do all the work, then all the power to you. But to me, there is no fun here. The talent choices seem promising, but the gameplay just doesn't capture you. I never feel like my guy is doing anything substantial. I think the spec provides almost no intuitive skill other than knowing if you should Barrage or Chimera Shot, because honestly, if you don't take either of those talents, you could create a macro to play the spec for you. I'm just happy there are 2 other specs that can make this class worth my time. How did you think Beastmaster felt in Legion, and how do you think it will perform in BFA? Tell me what you think in the comments below. Thanks for sticking around, like and subscribe, and in case I don't see ya, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.